Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the box office this weekend. We did a video yesterday or the day before talking about how the Marvels was going to come in third or fourth place behind other movies. Well, it turns out those other movies aren't going to do very well either.
Is the Marvel still in third place?
Yes. So yeah, they're coming in third place behind two other underperformers. Maybe they might come in fourth place. We don't know how the
So it's
Thanksgiving
like you have a
movies
race
get.
with the slowest people you can find, and they came in third.
Yes, yeah. So we're it's kind of like the episode of Seinfeld with the Jazzy race. They're all in Jazzy's chasing George on the.
I never saw it.
Anyway, let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. To get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to shopclownfish.com, secure a copy of Shadowbinders Volume 3, hardcover. You've only got 4 days left on this. It's first new Shadowbinders content in 10 years, and it's coming next summer. You can get a book 1 and 2 too while you're at it. So thank you so much for the support on this. You guys have been awesome. Let's talk about this because Rachel Zegler is the star of the new Hunger Games movie.
Yes.
And you're only as good as your last film. And the last big film she was in was West Side Story.
Well, no, she was in the second Shazam movie.
Okay, so that one failed.
Yes.
So okay.
And the West Side Story didn't do well.
Failed. No, that was a huge bomb too. So let's now let's look at this. This might be it for her career because they look at how bankable a star is, right? So not only do we have all the Snow White controversy around everything she said about the movie, right? And it's going to be a huge disaster. I guarantee it's going to be a disaster. She scrubbed out in West Side Story, which was Steven Spielberg, by the way. It should have done pretty well, and it didn't do very well.
But what's nice, so I heard they were doing the movie of it. I was like, this isn't going to do well.
She scrubbed out in Shazam, and now she's probably going to scrub out in the Hunger Games, too.
So they give her big franchises, and she still doesn't do well.
She still can't bring it.
I mean, to be fair, it's not just her. It's the entire
but
film. It's not. You can't say it's all just her fault. But
I have to wonder though.
Fair.
I have to wonder. Well, Hunger Games is like way past its expiration date, right? And this kind of reminds me of Harry Potter with Fantastic Beasts, where it's like, let's do a prequel with all new characters you really don't know much about and whatever, and it's like years past when people cared, right?
Right.
So I have to wonder though, did people deliberately not go see this movie because of Rachel Zegler? She's obnoxious,
so.
and
I don't think normies really know too much about what's going on, other than the fact that they're like, this looks stupid.
Another Hunger Games. How many Hunger Games movies do we need? Anyway, this is coming from Forbes. The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That's some title.
I know I thought that was weird, but I don't read the Hunger Games. It makes sense if you've read the books or seen the movies, and I didn't do either. So
it has something to do with the symbol or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be the bad guy so the good guy in this movie, as I understand it, the good guy in this movie is actually the bad guy from the Hunger Games. So it's Snow.
No, okay.
So it's basically like watching Anakin become Darth Vader.
Okay.
I think is what we're doing here. So it only did 5.75 million in domestic previews. They said it's not the only box office disappointment this weekend. Trolls band together, and the Marvels are also underperforming. So despite the $100 million budget, which is like a third of the Marvels, the Hunger Games is projected to become the lowest grossing opening in the Hunger Games franchise, projected to gross between 50 to 60 million.
Which is still more than the Marvels.
Still more than the Marvels. So they're disappointed. So let's put this in perspective. They're disappointed at the opening of the Hunger Games, and it's still probably going to make more than the Marvels.
But it costs about a third
yes.
of what Marvels cost.
Yes. That puts it behind the Hunger Games, which grossed 152 million in its first weekend. Yeah, you can see how much they made a ton of money. Trolls band together pulled in 1.3 million. Oh, God. 1.3 million at the box office and previews, and is projected to bring in roughly 30 million this weekend, putting it behind the original Trolls, which did 46 million, and 2020's Trolls World Tour, which did 450 million. That one they put on digital too. And
yeah,
I think
since it's digital release, yeah.
They made a ton of money on digital because everybody's stuck in their houses, and they're like, yeah, we'll watch a Trolls movie. It's like the only new thing out. The Marvels. Okay, here we go. The Marvels premiered last week, broke an unwelcome MCU record with the lowest grossing domestic weekend ever, grossing 47 million, is a drop in the bucket of the 357 million Endgame did, the best opening of all time. They said that they think that the Marvels is going to drop like 70-some%. this weekend.
Here's my thing though. This is what the ultimate lesson here. Besides whether you like Rachel Zegler or the Marvels or whatever, is the fact that even when there has been nothing to watch and you're putting new films out, people aren't going. Because people aren't going to basically the idea is, well, they'll just go to see what we give them because they're desperate for entertainment. They're not. They're not just consuming it because you told them to.
Oh my God. Okay, look at this. The Marvels is facing a steep tumble in its second outing. The Marvel Studios production earned $2.8 million on Friday, down 87%.
Oh my God.
From its opening last week. It'll be lucky to even hit $10 million this weekend. Last spring's Ant-Man and the Wasp cinched the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the second biggest plummet at 69%. Only a few months later, the Marvels seems likely to break that record. They're talking it might only make $10 million this weekend.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like people aren't just going to go to the movie because there's nothing else. Like they actually expect things to be good. Okay, and I think a lot of people just don't want to go anymore. Like they'd rather stay home than go to the damn movie. Some people might just be waiting until the Thanksgiving weekend. They might just wait until next weekend to go to the films. A lot of people go over Thanksgiving weekend, so that could be then because kids are off school and everything else, and that could be the case too. But I'm just like the whole idea. It's like kind of reminds me of what Iger said about Galactic, Galaxy's Edge, the Star and the Star Cruiser and stuff. You just slap their Star Wars on it, and everybody's going to come running. Yeah. And they found out that's not the case. They expect quality. You can't just slap a name on it. I think that's what's going on. Is people are starting to realize that they're not getting what they think they're paying for. Yeah. And they're like, I'll just wait till it's on streaming or digital or whatever.
So yeah, so to put it in perspective here, Thanksgiving, which is the Thanksgiving horror movie that's out this weekend too, it did 3.8 million Thursday and Friday. They said it's going to do $10 million, and it was a $15 million movie. It only cost $15 million.
Based on a joke.
Based on a joke. It was actually a joke trailer. My understanding is it was a trailer they came up with to run in between movies. It's I think the Alamo Drafthouse or something. It was like, oh, this is because it looked like, I remember talking to Squid King. We went to go see Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm like, this looks like a joke. This looks like an SNL parody, and it was. But then it was so popular they turned it into a movie. And but it only costs $15 million.
Well, I'm looking here, and they're saying that Five Nights at Freddy's is, is only going to do 3.1, but it's been out for a while, and it's also on Paramount Plus. But they're talking about the Next Goal Wins, a Taika Waititi comedy, it's going to do 1.1 million the 1.1 opening day, and it's not going to do more. But then again, it's another Taika Waititi movie, and I think people are just tired of Taika Waititi. They're like, he's not that funny, and we're tired of it. It's like Lin-Manuel Miranda is Lin-Manuel Miranda in every song. Yeah. Taika Waititi is Taika Waititi in every role in movie. But it's like,
But let's give this guy Star Wars. Let's give this guy Akira, which is like one of the most depressing anime manga series of all time. Let's give him control of that. Let's give him more. Let's have him do Grave of the Fireflies in live action while we're at it. He might punch it up a little bit.
Taika Waititi can do that one too. I'm just like,
I would actually probably watch that just because it's like that movie like completely crushed me. Grave of the Fireflies, like I
will not watch it.
Yeah,
but I've been forbidden to watch it, actually, by you and the kids.
I don't get emotionally invested in cartoons that much, but I'm like, my God, I just want to go like drown myself after watching this movie. It's so sad.
But yeah, I'm not allowed to watch it. I've been forbidden. Yeah. But yeah, so it's not looking good. But I think that a bigger story here is people aren't just going to go, because it's the first weekend we've had a lot of movies released in a while because of the strikes. And I think people are also pissed about the strikes, and they're like, we didn't get our TV shows, and we're mad at everyone, the studios and the different unions, because they drug it on so long. And I just think that they're like, there's lots of other stuff to watch. I'll just watch that.
Yeah. God, 87%. Weekend forecast of 9.7 million.
The biggest second weekend drop ever for an MCU title.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Well, there we go, guys. This is the utter state of
cinema?
Of cinema right now. So maybe next summer will be better. I don't know. They have movies coming out next summer because they were on strike for like a year.
They do. Well, I know Deadpool 3's out next summer.
Okay, well, Deadpool 3 might be the only thing that saves next summer. So anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.